Good evening, YouTube. It's Friday, the 1st of September, about 6 p.m, low tide, and I'm on my way to the Tower of Refuge because it's time for an event that didn't take place last year but is back this year. It's the Tower of Refuge walk. So I've got my wellies, the RNLI and the Coast Guard and everyone are making sure it's safe. It's a once a year mass walk to the Tower of Refuge. I'll take you along. Let's go.
17 years in there, we bought up for 1600.
Now all of you will already know the story of the RNLI and the Tower of Refuge from my other video, which of course all of you watched. But in case you haven't, I'm here with the RNLI people to tell you all about, well, the tower, the RNLI and what's going on today. And I don't mean Stormy Sam, but he's the mascot of the RNLI. I mean my fellow councillor and lifeboat station manager, Peter Washington. So, A, what's going on today? And B, what's it to do with the RNLI, the Isle of Man and the tower?
It's a unique occasion for us because the Tower of Refuge was actually built by Sir William Hillary. Sir William Hillary was the founder of the RNLI, and next year that's going to be 200 years old. The tower itself, that's 190 years old. So it's part of our local history. Tonight's event is, we've got a high spring tide, which means we've got a low water today, which is quite unusual, so people can actually walk out to the tower. And you can see the amount of people here. It's one of our local landmarks, and it's a rare occasion to be have an organised walk out to it, and people are just going to take the advantage of it. So we have got to say thanks to Douglas Town Centre Management for organising it. We've got to say thanks to Tower Insurance because they've sponsored it, and I've got to say a big thank you to the public because we've got lots of RNLI crew out there with buckets and they're just filling them up. So it's a really good evening.
And we can donate online. I'm going to link to it as well. So.
You can always donate online to the RNLI, yes.
And how often a year does it happen that the tide's this low?
Now this is quite, this only happens at very high spring tides when we get them. So that's probably about 4 or 5 times a year. The problem that we've got when we have an organised event is when it's in daylight, because we get plenty of them at night. Okay, so half of them are in the day, but if it moves slightly, we cannot get people out there when it's dark. It will be too dangerous.
You can walk to the tower outside of the organised walk, right? But
you can do, but I would ask you to
advice?
Check first. I would let somebody know that you're definitely doing it, because you can get cut off, and
then you have to go out
and then we have to come out and rescue you.
So it's in the newspaper.
Yeah. So it does happen quite a bit. What people don't, when they see that you can actually walk out there when the water comes back in, you don't realise how fast that water moves and how much force is in there. You won't be able to swim it, so it can be quite tricky. So yeah, enjoy it. Come to the organised event. That's why everybody's here tonight. And that's what it's all about. But yeah.
Well, there you have it. Let's wait for the tide. How much longer? 30 minutes, thereabouts?
No, 6:30. We should be good to go.
Let's go and visit the tower.
But where's the like?
So the way this usually works is everyone makes their way down on the beach. The guys from the lifeboat and the Coast Guard are there and making everything safe. And roughly about half an hour before low tide, they will release the masses and everyone can walk over to the tower for maybe 45 minutes, an hour, and then have to go back so you don't get trapped there. And as Peter just said, it does happen that people get trapped and then you end up in the newspaper. So yeah, the worst thing that can happen is that if you go there on your own, not tonight, everyone will be fine, but if you go there on your own, you may end up, if you misjudge the tide coming in, you may end up stuck on the tower and then the lifeboat comes out, or you just, wait until the next low tide, up to you. But there's nothing stopping you from going there during the year. Just be very careful when you do it. Get a really, really low tide, 0.3, 0.5. I think it's 0.3 meters today. So it has to be really low. And then you can go there. But of course it's safest if you just do the organised walk. So we're on the way there now. We still have 10 minutes or so, and I'll just show you what it's like to be on the tower.
Did it go squish? Did it go squishy?
And we made it onto St. Mary's Isle, which is where the tower is. It's quite slippery walking through there, as I'm sure you saw. And the amount of people is just every time. It's pretty astonishing how many people turn up for this.
Just a second. Jelly ball, Rory. There's this red jelly ball, right? Don't touch it. How do you know it'll stay?
So this is what it looks like upstairs. You can see that in one of my other videos as well. Now we do leave it closed during the mass walk. Douglas City being one of the organizers, they let me have a quick look up here just to show you guys what it looks like. If you go during the year, of course you can go up here, but there's nothing, really much to see here, to be honest. It's just, well, it's a tower of refuge, so you're supposed to hide inside if there's bad weather. Anyway, so this was a quick look at the walk. So now I have to walk back as well. But it's great to see a turnout, good weather. And if you're ever here, so it's once a year, it's the organized walk, or if you do go yourself, just be careful with the tides, but of course you can do that if you want to. And there's a nice shot in the harbour with the Manxman and the Ben McCree. So I'll leave you with some footage how I waddle back through the water. The crowds are amazing. And thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
It's going to take us a long time to get back. Should we go?